What's going on? And you're crooked. Wow. Well, this is dumb. Good enough, good enough. What's up? Well, hello everyone. I got a fishing lure in my boot. Just got done killing a bunch of turkeys for my mother and got home from work. Now I'm gonna chill and figured everybody might have questions about all the shit going on in Maine and deer season, and tomorrow's opening day for deer season for the shop. Other than that, not much going on. Let's see if I can get a little closer. So feel free, chat with me. I can show some more metal detecting finds that I got kicking around too. Some bottles and stuff like that here in a minute, once we get some people in here chatting. Yeah, we had 4 turkeys that I just had to butcher. Then the boys wanted to shoot a couple shells so they could get their guns ready. Nicholas's buddy Kyle had a new gun, so he hasn't shot it yet. So I took him down and shoot a couple shells, you know, teenagers. Well, they're 18. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to sit here for a minute and chat and wait for some people to get in here. And drink some beers. Welcome everybody that's in here. Showed everybody all the good stuff the other night. How's it going, buddy? Welcome. Just getting started here. Just gonna chill out and talk with you guys. So there's been a lot of talk about them canceling the open day of deer season, which I don't see it happening. I mean, that seems to me kind of foolish to do that. You know how many people are out there that are gonna have guns and all that? That's foolishness. Sweating a little bit. It's been pretty warm out. The party will get started here in a minute. I just got up here, just turned this on, sat down. I got a new hat at Walmart, $4. I'm actually gonna get to go hunting, guys. So I gotta be to the shop at 9 tomorrow. So I'm going out in the morning for opening day. Well, you're in Auburn. Well, hopefully you've been safe, bud. I'm sure that guy's long gone from there by now. Who knows? It's a pretty sad situation. I try not to go all on about stuff like that on my channel, you know, but it's a serious situation, and you know, I feel bad, and hopes and prayers, all that good stuff for all the families and all that. It's a pretty crazy thing. I had quite a few people ask me if I was all right, which I appreciate that, but I'm totally fine. I'm up north of there, so I'm good. But yeah. I have no clue if I'm allowed to show guns on YouTube. I imagine I can. I've posted videos of guns, but maybe I'll show you guys my guns here in a little bit or something. Once we get some people in here. Usually takes a minute for everybody to realize. And I don't really advertise my lives. I just hit it up and see who wants to talk. Yeah, I heard that. I heard they were postponing some towns, which is understandable. I mean, the cops don't want a whole bunch of people with guns out there roaming around and all that, so. Oh, I'm ready, buddy. I'm buying a few things and gonna tune the snowmobile up here soon. I'm gonna use that sled this year, and then next year I'm probably gonna sell it. It's a good sled. There ain't nothing wrong with it, and it did me good last year with no problems. But I want to keep upgrading. Nicholas just got a new sled. He got a Sabercat 700. Pretty nice sled. We let's see. Today we did 2 moose and 1 deer. We're gonna try to do more because we this week of sorry, like I said, I just got back and sat down. But this week of moose season, usually we don't get all the reservations that we have, but we did this. We got most of them, so the cooler's full of moose. But we got that all situated. We cut 2 today, and we packed them all in around the corner, so we got plenty of room. If anybody watching this is bringing deer to us tomorrow, pack it on ice. Make sure you call ahead. If you're afternoon time, I would say I'd call ahead to make sure that we have room, because everybody and their brother is going to be trying to get into Kenny's Cuts, and I don't blame them. But we're going to try to get as many deer in there as we can. But you know, we're asking everybody to pack them with ice, so that way they don't warm up our cooler too much as we fill it. Hopefully everybody gets a deer tomorrow. If you join my group on Facebook, you can post all your deer and everything on there. I'd love to see them. It's Outdoors with Aaron on Facebook, same as on YouTube. I welcome everybody. Join the adventure, share your adventures. Doesn't have to just be metal detecting or all that crap. Just join up and say hello and enjoy all the posts. So, starting to get some people in here. Ask questions, whatever you want. I'll show you. I guess I'll show you one of my guns. It's hunting season. This gun right here is my first shotgun. Very first one I ever got. My dad bought it for me. Mossberg. It's a little dusty because it's been sitting on a shelf. Every deer that I shoot with this gets marked on the side. It's got some electrical tape here because the stock's getting old and it wiggles just a little bit. So I put electrical tape on it. Pretty cool. I got others. She's an oldie but a goodie. Favorite gun to go hunting with, though, I'll be honest with you. Pretty sweet. I've shot 3 deer with this gun. And every time, well, I'll tell you the stories here in a second. Let me put it away. So, the first deer I shot with that gun was opening day. Next door neighbors up the road here. I drove down around a corner because there's a road that goes like, sort of like an L shape. Drove down there, was sitting there, and the deer came out. I stood up, shot it. It dropped front end, ass sticking up in the air. I yelled to my dad, which was up a ways. He come down. By the time he got there, the deer, I was still young. I wasn't paying attention. The deer got up and ran off. So it was pouring rain. We searched everywhere. Finally, we found it. It ended up being the first deer I ever shot. First deer tagged at the Plymouth store, and the first day of hunting season. So it was pretty cool. Second deer was pouring rain, and it was down back of this place, and I was walking down super slow, got going down through, it was all wet, so nobody could hear. I mean, nobody could hear. The deer couldn't hear me walking. But anyways, I got going around this corner into a pine grove, and I seen this deer walking, and I just turned and I gave it a good shot, hit it directly in its heart. When we found it, the heart had a hole right directly through it. But I shot it. The first shot hit it right direct. It took off running. And you'd be amazed at these deer, man. I mean, a lot of you probably know this, but like you shoot a deer sometimes, and they, even though you got a direct heart shot, whatever, they just go. And you're like, how did it do that? But it did. But anyways, as it started to run off, I took another shot with my 12 gauge and hit its front leg, and it blew it right off at it, almost at the joint, and it was dangling. But the deer still ran a ways, and then it circled back around. And we were all searching over here, and my dad went over this way, and he found the deer. So that was my second one, and that deer was the same day my dad had shot a buck, and that doe hung longer than the than his buck in the tree. Same tree, same height, but it was touching the ground, and it was way bigger. I almost want to say that doe probably was 200 pounds before it was gut, but it was huge doe, biggest one I've ever seen. And I work at a deer shop, so this is a lot. But I ain't gonna sit here and talk you guys' ear off. I got other guns. I have a bazooka too. And I've never showed you guys my tank. Maybe I'll show you that someday. Someday I'll have the money to buy a tank. Yeah, like I said, I'm just sitting around. I figured I'd talk to you guys and chill out. It was a pretty good response the last time I did a live. Not giving away anything this time, but the other day we went down to Plymouth, did some metal detecting. They have a policy, not an ordinance, and in their policy it says that they can prosecute or trespass you if you're digging or removing anything from the soil. So we proceeded to go over to the field because the lady told us point blank they did not have an ordinance. So we went over and we metal detected, and nobody bothered us. Go figure. I'm not going to say that the next time they won't, but it is what it is. I had some people on Facebook arguing with me. I don't like to call people out, so I won't say the name of who it was, but yeah, he was trying to call me out saying that I need permission. I didn't ask permission and all this, but I don't need permission to metal detect on town-owned public property without an ordinance in place. So if anybody ever tells you do, they're wrong. And I'll stick to my guns because I know what's right. So I don't want to sit here and bore everybody, but that's just what happened, man. That's what's been going on. Yeah, we're going to be at the Shop 9 tomorrow. So when we start taking deer in, and I can't go live over there because there's no signal. Like, it's horrible. So if I could, I'd go live to show you guys all the deer coming in and what's going on. But I will make a video for opening day so you guys can see every single deer coming through the door and what we do and how we handle and the stories that people got and all that. It'll be pretty good. So keep an eye out for that video. So what's going on in everybody else's day? Chat right down there. I gotta go take a break, potty break real quick, and I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Alright, this right here, this is my AR-15 Smith & Wesson collapsible stock. The only thing I use this for is target practice on home invaders. I love this gun. It's my favorite gun in the world. It's light. I'm dead accurate. I used to have a scope, but I took it off, put on the iron sights. Pretty awesome gun. If you ever buy one, I would suggest this brand. When I first started shooting it, it was pretty much brand new. I mean, it was brand new. Yeah, it jammed a little bit here and there, but it didn't take long to get it broke in. And yeah, that's a couple of my guns. We got a not a 308, freaking 300, yeah, 300 out there too. But that's Nicholas's gun. The rest of my guns are down there. They used to be my father's guns, but they're down at my mom's. Locked away. So yeah. Cheers. Let's hope they catch that guy or find him or whatever. And yeah, I mean, I've heard so much different things going on. It's crazy. Nobody's talking. I'm just rambling here. Is outdoors with Aaron that boring? Let's look. If anybody's looking for a snowmobile, Kenny's selling his Polaris Edge 700. It's right on Marketplace. You can find it. I can show more metal detecting finds. I can sit here and chat. Yeah. Pretty much just kicking back, relaxing. Got a premiere coming up Saturday with all the guys from Maine Saturday Digs and I think maybe some guys from New Hampshire or something. I'm not sure exactly. Should be pretty cool. Oh, got some comments. Good, yay. Appreciate it. Enjoy your dinner. What are you having, bud? Something tasty? Some deer meat? Appreciate it. There are a few of the good ones. My Mossberg needs a little work, but she's basically that gun you take when you're gonna trudge through the woods looking for a deer, and you don't want to take a nice gun and scratch it and damage it and all that. Ah, nice. Sounds pretty good. David said he's eating chicken and jasmine rice. I haven't had dinner yet. Not fond to eating after I just butchered a bunch of turkeys. This is the clip for my AR. I think they're 62 grain. And I'm dead accurate with that gun. I'd almost say I could take the bottle of top off a glass bottle if I wanted to. Let's see, what else did I post lately? Oh, the mail call. That was pretty fun. Went over to Kenny's. I got a couple of coffee cups from my store. For Kenny's Cuts coffee cups, pretty cool. They are actually really decent coffee cups, so for me it was worth the price. But I wanted to get some of those so when we're drinking our coffee, everybody sees the Kenny's Cuts coffee cups because they're pretty cool. They were packaged very well, sent very good. I don't know if any of you've seen the video for mail call, but if nobody sends me mail, I'll send myself mail. Man, keep burping. I don't usually drink Heineken. That shit's something else. Let me think. Yeah, I mean, I other than like ice fishing, like I can't wait to go ice fishing. Like, but I don't know when that will be. Obviously, it's got to get cold, and we got to get ice before we can do that. Yes, sir. That's why we're telling everybody. Well, let me read that. Bill Lavoie said, "Going to be hot. Opening day should be busy at the shop," and you are exactly right, my friend. Yeah, we've been telling everybody if you're bringing a deer to us, please pack it full of ice because we're gonna put them in the cooler with the ice in the cavity to help the cooler stay colder, so everything gets cold faster. Last year we had an outside container. We were going to try to take more deer because we knew that we have a lot of people that like to come to us. But it got hot last year too, and it was almost disastrous. We didn't end up with any issues, but we just didn't want the stress level that we had last year with all those deer. So we went back to just a cooler in the shop. But like I said, we're gonna try to pack as many deer in there as we can. We're looking at doing 10 or maybe more every day, so we can get another 10 in each day. If you shoot one, we're gonna be taking in deer at 9 o'clock because we're all going hunting first thing in the morning. I hope everybody that is a hunter can respect that. You know, that's probably the only time besides maybe Thanksgiving that we're going to get to go hunting. So, yeah, I mean, bear with us. Let us have a little chance to hunt too, opening day. We're all going to be there at 9, so call ahead and make sure there's a spot if you're coming from a distance because we could fill up fast. I know we're not going to take, we're not going to get 70 deer in an hour, hopefully, but we will be pretty much full probably by a little bit afternoon time maybe. So we're going to be some skinning fools tomorrow. Kenny's going to be, I guess he said his wife's going to be out there helping us. She's going to be doing all the paperwork. Kenny's going to be weighing and relaying all that information to her. And then me and my son are going to be skinning deer all day long. So it should be an interesting day at the shop. If anybody has any questions or you might be bringing us a deer, I would love to hear from you. Feel free. That's what this whole live is about. If you have any friends or anybody in our area, we're in the Newport area, or anywhere in the state, we don't care. If you think you can make it and you want to bring us a deer, that's fine. But like I said, try to give us a call first. we just don't want to waste people's time. We don't want people to show up and we're full and have to turn people away like that, because it's just not in our nature. And it's always a good idea to call your butcher or whoever you might be taking your deer to beforehand. Give them a heads up. You know, take good care of your deer. You know, if you're out in the field, make sure you take the butthole out, all that. You know, I mean, we will, but we'd rather that, you know, if you're gonna go hunting, you do all that stuff. You know, clean it up nice. Make sure it's nice and clean inside. You save a lot of your meat. Save a lot of your deer that way, you know. It's the same with the moose and bear and everything. We try to tell you that, especially bear. I mean, earlier in the season, and I guess this might still be a little time left for bear, but anyways, you know, clean them really well, because the better clean it is, it goes into the cooler. When it comes out, you save more. Like, try not to, when you're gutting it, try not to slice your innards up, you know. I deal with that a lot. Being on the butcher table, there's usually lots and lots and lots of innards that you've sliced into. And when you do that, I can save most of it, but you lose a lot of it because you sliced into it, you put guts, all the blood, all that nasty, gross stuff into it. So most people do a pretty good job. Some people are new and they don't know that, but that's why I love people that are new to hunting, because that's what's going to help us to keep this sport, I guess, to feed your families and stuff like that going. So everybody care for everybody. If you're a hunter, care for other hunters, respect other people's land. If you're going to want to hunt somebody's land, ask them permission. Just because they have a posted sign up does not mean they ain't going to let you hunt there. If you stop, you're polite, and you ask nicely, 9 times out of 10, people in Maine are pretty nice. Unless they have plans for their own property and they have all kinds of family, 9 times out of 10, somebody would be like, yeah, because they might be hunting it all on their own lonesome, and if somebody else hunts it and they get a deer, then you can give them some of it, and they're happy they got some deer meat, and you got, you know what I mean, a deer, and everybody's happy. But, you know, it's all about respect. Everything's about respect. And I was just today, I was in Newport, and we're trying to get lunch. Goes on to the respect factor. You know, like, there's a guy sitting in the parking lot talking on his phone. He's not in the parking lot in a parking space. He's like sitting, like he pulled in to go to Burger King, but there was a line, and the line pulled up, but he's just sitting there on his phone doing his thing. And it's like, everybody else, you know, we're in the middle of the road, and there's cars coming and everything. We have to stop quick, almost get rear-ended. And I'm like, you know, I screamed out the window, pull forward! And he's like, oh! You know, like, come on, people. I know everybody wants to check their phone. I check mine constantly because of my YouTube and stuff. But, you know, I pay attention, have respect for other people. It's the problem with this world is people don't have respect for other people anymore. Everybody cares about themselves, their immediate family, or whatever. And that's it, you know. If people start having respect for other people, lots could change. Okay, so Bill Lavoie says, obviously it depends on how many you have, but what is the average time frame from when you drop off a deer till it's ready to be picked up? Just curious. All right, so they go first come, first serve. So starting the first day, if you're one of the first people there in the morning, then it'll probably be a week, maybe longer, this year, because we have some moose ahead of everybody and a couple of deer. But 9 times out of 10, it's about a week turnaround once the cooler's full, because, you know, you might get in there and there could be, it just depends on how many deer ahead of you. And usually we'll tell you when you bring in the deer, we'll tell you how many is ahead of you. We'll be like, oh, we got 40 deer ahead of you. So it might be a week and a half, but they stay, usually that cooler stays about, I would say 35. So by the time you get it, it's going to be aged. It's going to taste great. It's going to be cut well. It's going to be packaged well. right out the door. What's going on, Mona? Hello and welcome. Just talking about deer season and whatever everybody, all these folks want to talk about, all you guys. But basically, the last question was from Bill, and I was just trying to explain that, you know, a lot of butcher shops will probably agree with me on this one. You can't you can't tell your customers a precise thing, because when you do that, they get mad when it changes, because it changes. It's like a merry-go-round, man. Like, you don't know until it gets going, and then all of a sudden it starts slowing down, and then you can give people more accurate information, but you can give them a good idea. And everybody's always welcome to call if they drop a deer off to us or any animal that we got to cut up. You're welcome to call and ask about your deer. We don't mind that. You know what I mean? We'd rather give you the information you want to know and know about your deer, because that's, you know, that's your memories, that's your everything. But yeah, it's first come first serve, so you'll get it usually within a week, I would say. Yeah, I know. Hey, Chris, how's it going, buddy? Just sitting here chilling, talking about deer season and all that. If you didn't hear me say that, but yeah, Mona, that's. I'm kind of liking this sporadic live videos, because seems that people like to watch when I do it that way. When I put them ahead of time, post it on Facebook, all that, I start the live and I get nobody. Nobody wants to talk. Run, Bambi. That's funny, Mona. I'm sorry to tell you, but Bambi's some people do shoot the Bambis, like, maybe not with spots or something stupid like that, but like we do get some small ones. Last year, the most times it was some older folks that we had one guy. He had never shot a deer, and he was, I don't know, he must have been in his 70s or so, but you know, hard for him to get around, hard for him to move. So I don't blame him for shooting that little deer. It's the first one he's ever seen when he was hunting, and finally got one. I was proud of him, you know. Now, if you're my age, maybe wait, because that little one comes out, then maybe a bigger one will come out. You know what I'm saying? Chris said, did they send a notification? If it is and it isn't, I guess. I mean, if you shoot one that's, you know, not like, I don't know. I guess it is. I just cut them. I mean, the deer we get, as long as they're tagged, then we're cutting it. You know what I mean? So we never get a deer in that's not tagged. So I guess they shoot it. I mean, you don't want to use your judgment. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to shoot a tiny little deer that maybe it's his first year of life. You know, let it live and try to get something bigger. I mean, you're really not going to get much out of it. And if you shoot it with a high-powered rifle, you're going to blow the front shoulders out and the hindquarters and all that. No, sir. I just randomly started a live chat. I had to butcher my mom's turkeys tonight. And then I took the boys down before it got dark to shoot a couple shots. Because they're both, Nicholas wanted to shoot his, and his buddy came over because he just bought a brand new, I believe he said it was a 270 single shot, and he wanted to shoot it, and he didn't get to, so. Yeah, we're just sitting here chatting away, people asking questions, and I'm trying to answer them best I can. If you have questions for Kenny about his shop, and he can give you a lot better thorough answers than I can. I know most everything. Like I said, I'm usually over there on the bench just cutting away. I cut. But yeah, there was no notifications or nothing about this stream. I just went live. Large and in charge. Welcome to Outdoors with Aaron, folks. Just chilling out. Kenny's pretty good guy. Pretty good guy. Yeah, I didn't get arrested, Mona. They said they could trespass and they could freaking have you prosecuted, but once we went out and metal detected over there in Plymouth, they didn't bother us. Oh man, I'm jealous. I want it to get cold here. Colder it gets, sooner we get to go ice fishing. Oh, I'm beat. So beat. Tired. Yeah, they weren't ever gonna get any contact info from us because we don't have to furnish that. When we walked into that town office, they knew who we were immediately. First of all, because we had big problems last year, and I apologize for that. I wish that I had all kinds of footage last year. What I think happened was at some point I accidentally scanned over my camera. I had the GoPro 8 then with my metal detector, and it messed it up. I don't know, but when I got home, all my footage was messed up. It broke my heart. I mean, it really did, because I had them all on video trying to kick us out, and the cops showing up, and they came 7 times, and 7 times they left. But the other day when we were there, we went right out and we sat there for probably an hour, half an hour or so, ate lunch with our metal detectors, everything. Nobody showed up. Then we metal detected for a couple more hours, and nobody ever came and bothered us. And I think maybe they're starting to realize that they need to do things correctly in their town office and not think that they can run a mafia and do whatever they want and tell people things and they're going to believe them. Yes, dear. I know who that is. How you doing? What? I don't... Mona, what does that mean? Oh, DF Digger. Hey, how you doing, bud? Welcome. We're just sitting here chatting about deer season and all the events that have happened in Maine lately and things that I've done and on my channel and all that. Just chilling out. Yeah, I've been going live a little bit random now and then. Yes, dear. You ready to put on a sumo wrestler suit and go metal detecting? They very much are, DF. DF said the Plymouth Selectmen are idiots. As far as I know, it's not canceled. It's canceled in some areas, you know, where they're searching and stuff like that. There was lots of talk. We were watching a bunch of videos. I think it was the head guy of the Deer Hunters of Maine or something like that. He was giving updates, and we were watching that during our lunch. And he said, as far as he knows, it's still going on. And I agree with him 100% on this fact that I'm going to say. You probably should be very careful when you're out there. Don't misidentify somebody and do something stupid. Okay? Like, know your target. That's the number one rule of hunting, is you know your target, you know what you're shooting, and you don't shoot unless it's legal and you know what you're going to shoot. Do you have a metal detector? Grab one and you can go anytime you want. We have a whole bunch of people that are more than willing to take anybody with us. We don't care. It's all about finding the treasure, not leaving it in the ground. I already took the cap off. I definitely appreciate everybody showing up. That's great. Answering any questions I can. Lewiston, Lisbon, Monmouth, Bowden are canceled for hunting. Okay, so that's a pretty good list right there. Thank you, Bill. Oh, nice. Well, he's welcome to come hunt treasure hunting with me anytime. If it's summertime, then we can get into the shallow little rivers and streams, and he'd probably love that. For sure. I get to start the live. I mean the premieres tomorrow night. That's gonna be fun. I went on a hunt with Easy Diggin'. Ezra from Easy Diggin'. He's cool shit. And Bill said the rest of the towns are open to hunting. Yeah, we had fun that day. I found some cool stuff. As you can see in the thumbnail, I found a remote control boat. Yes, you should. Mom would really enjoy seeing you. You know, she tries to get out. I've been having her come to the shop now and then. She's been coming out and helping clean and hanging out with those guys over there a little bit. Trying to get her out of the house, but she needs to get out. She needs to hang out with some friends. Bill said those are all areas that are still needing to be searched. DF Digger said snow is coming Monday and Thursday. Yeah. That's the snow that will come and go. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Yeah, I mean, she gets out. I'm not saying she like stays in the house all the time, but she gets out and goes around the yard and does all that stuff. But I mean, she needs to get out and go hang out with some friends and maybe go out to dinner or something like that, you know? Like, she don't really have many friends in the area. She hangs out with a lot of family members. Well, you can come metal detect in Plymouth with us, DF. Hey, Nicholas, what's going on, buddy? Just sitting here talking about deer season and the shop and whatever everybody else wants to chat about. Nicholas can give you guys a little bit of information too about the shop because he's been training to do what I do and he's doing great. Sorry, I keep leaning forward. I just gotta lean forward enough to see the screen. So yeah, if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about when I say Plymouth, you can go back and you can see the video. If you go back even further, you can go to like last year. There's a little bit of footage in there. If you go to Nick's Outdoors, you can see the part of the footage that I lost on his channel. He posted one video of Linda Seavey, the Karen, the head selectman, I believe, of Plymouth, and he got 1,000 subscribers off of one video. If you, oh, I never freaking posted the link to my store. Somebody just commented Outdoors with Aaron. What's the link to your store? Oh man. I'm foolish sometimes. But anyways, if anybody does want to check out my store, you're more than welcome. If you go into my about info on my channel, click on my channel, go to my channel, go over to about at the very end of all the stuff, and you can go to the link right there. If somebody wants to post my link for me, because if I try to get on my phone and do that right now, it'll in the stream. I would appreciate that, but nobody has to. Just it'd be cool. I'm not like, if I could do the, if I all I gotta do is take a second sometime and set up my freaking GoPro so I can go live from the GoPro, and then I'd have my phone and I'd be able to chat and do all that. But I usually just go from my phone. It's easier. Like I said, tonight I've been busy all day. I've been busy every day. And still trying to do a YouTube on top of it all for you guys. There we go. Thank you, DF. I appreciate that greatly, man. Thank you. Cherry said hi. How you doing, Cherry? Welcome to the stream. So we're just sitting here talking about my videos, talking about anything, whatever anybody else has to talk about. Gonna be doing some giveaways coming right up. I don't really follow the pattern of YouTube and what people want everybody to do, like the 1,000 subscriber video. Like, I've tried all that stuff, and every time I do it, there's no point to do it. You know what I mean? So when I do stuff random, everybody's like, "Oh, hi!" You know, so it works. So let's do it. All right. Why every time do I start a stream that somebody comes in and starts talking about a furry? I know what furries are. There's two types. There's the kind that I like to deal with, which are deer, moose, bear, and then there's the other kind. But we're not talking about furries in here unless it's got antlers. I got moderators. Don't make me sick them on you. See those people with those blue wrenches? Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, DF. Like, I just like to do things random now. Like, I'm going to be doing another giveaway, and like I said, it's going to be random. So, I'm not going to tell you when, because I don't even know when yet, but because that's how random it's going to be. But it's going to be something pretty cool. You can support whatever you want as long as you don't bring it on everybody else. Yeah, like I said, DF, I just do them whenever I want because I can. That guy, I got my first deer the other day, went hunting with my buddy. Congratulations on that, buddy. Was it was a doe? Or a buck? What's going on, Richie? I don't support anything like that. And it's not because I disagree with it, it's just because I don't do that. I am myself, and I'm outdoors with Aaron. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, if these people are going to talk about things like that in this stream where we're trying to talk about deer hunting and what's going on in Maine, then anybody that's a moderator is welcome to just boot them. Just get them right out. What's going on, Kyle? We'll shoot your gun more after the opening day. You come back over again and we'll shoot. All right, you guys can freaking boot Cherry if you want, because I'm not talking about that. I'm not doing that right now. If they didn't boot you, then you better be good, because they will. Well, we are talking about whatever, but there's a means to an end here. But anyways, guys, so deer season's tomorrow. I wish everybody luck. I want to see some nice big deer come in, some big bucks, nice racks. I want to record it. I want to show everybody. And those people threw me off, so let me get back on track here. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to go out back here. We got a few spots. I actually made a video. We walked the land a while back. There's been a lot of big deer, big racks shot out here in Etna. Me and Nicholas put up cameras and stuff last year, and we had deer all the way up until opening day. And then it was coyotes. And we had a whole bunch of people move in on 69, which put in hunting camps and stuff like that, which kind of put a drag on the property over here. But hopefully the deer are back. I found lots of tracks. Thanks, DF. I'm trying, but like I see a comment, I go to read it, and then it's like, why? Like, why do I have to deal with this shit? Like I don't care if you support that, but I'm not talking about that shit right now, you know? Welcome, Red Heart. I don't know who you are, but welcome. Probably. DF said, I wonder if those trolls work for Plymouth. I don't know. I mean, when we were down there, we understand that some of those girls work behind the counter, but they need to try to make the proper decisions for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like you're sitting here reading us a policy. Do you not understand what a policy is? Like Seth said in the video, a policy is like you gotta wash your hands when you come out of the bathroom. You gotta use only blue pens on this paperwork and only orange pens or yellow pens or whatever. You know what I mean? Like a policy pertains to town members. It doesn't pertain to town citizens or or anything like that. So, yeah. And then when she said they don't have an ordinance, only a policy, hey, fair game. And then, like I was saying earlier, DF, there was a guy on Facebook. I really want to say their name, but I'm not going to because I just don't want to do that. I don't do that. But they were telling me that I should have asked permission. And just because they don't have an ordinance, that I still should have permission. So I should go in there and ask permission. If they tell me no, I should just go home. Because even though that it's town public owned property and there's no ordinance, because the town people that just don't want me to be there say no, I should just go home. That's not how it works. The meaning, no. Anybody can tell you no, but you don't have to listen to no. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it, bud. But you know what I mean? Like the town can tell you no. People can tell you no all the day, every day. But just because they tell you no doesn't mean that there's any authority behind that. You know what I mean? Do your research. And that's why me and Seth did that. You know, we went back. We've been planning it forever, but just been so busy that we never get a chance to actually get back there to do that. And but I mean, shit, we did it, and we plan on going back again. You know what I mean? Like, they got to hold a special town meeting and have the town citizens come and vote whether they want an ordinance against metal detecting. And I honestly, everybody at the store says that they love us. I was out there metal detecting. People were going by beeping and saying, hey, guys, woo, you know, and stuff like that. Like, people, they understand that we are trying to save the history. We are trying to prove that you have rights. You don't have to listen to a mafia that thinks they run everything. You don't have to. You do not have to. And if people in the United States today do not start standing up for themselves, we're gonna be freaking like trying to cancel deer hunting because this guy goes and shoots 20 people. I understand that's crazy. That is crazy. And that should not be happening. People should not be doing that. But you know what? Some people end up in situations where they've done things, they've seen things, they get a mental illness, whatever it may be, and shit happens. But that the one thing that comes with that is guns don't kill people, people kill people. And I can't say that anymore. It's just like with a post I posted earlier on Facebook about guns. AR does not mean assault rifle. AR means armor light rifle. And so some people see, we'll say, some people see a 270. Well, that's a safe gun. Of course it's a safe gun. All guns are safe. They have safeties on them. But somebody will see it, like my AR I just showed you guys earlier, and oh my god, that's an assault rifle. You know what I mean? Like I actually saw a reel or a post or something at some point, and the guy had all kinds of guns laid out on a table, a big giant table laid out with guns, and he was asking people that were walking by, excuse me, do you like guns? They were like, no. And he's like, okay, well, what gun on this table? What gun on this table do you think is the most dangerous? And they'd always pick out that AR-15 because it's tactical. So tactical gun is a dangerous gun. But that 270 that has a shell like is bigger than this lighter, you know what I mean, is a safe gun. But that gun can freaking blow you to pieces. I mean, I could go all night, and people have, and I'm not gonna, but it's just my point. It's just my point. Like, people need to use their brains. Stop being scared. Like, closing these schools that are 100 miles away from where this happened, that is ridiculous. They already have the lockdown procedures and all that. So, have all the schools being locked down and stuff like that. I mean, this is just my views and me just venting and saying what I got to say. But, I mean, you can agree, you don't have to agree. Either way, I'm not going to hate you for it. That's just the way Aaron rolls. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I've drank a lot of beer. I got to take another second here. Yeah, but once again, that's the gun company. That's not a person freaking shooting somebody else, unless it was an accidental shooting like that. But you get what I'm saying? Like, but people overreact. The overreacting in this world is getting to a complete overwhelming extreme, especially in our country. I'll be right back, guys. I have to use the bathroom again. Oh! All right, let's see what we got. Did you metal detect in the house, Richie? You should just carried it around with you. You might have found some change in the couch. Abundance of caution. David said, the new catchphrase for overreacting is abundance of caution. That's very interesting, Bill. I did not know that, and thank you for your service as a volunteer firefighter. I used to be, buddy, right there. I was a safety officer on the Etna Fire Department. Not now, and Seth keeps, chirping in my ear like, dude, come on, man, come on. And I just, with my YouTube and everything I do, I just don't have time. I really would love to. I think about it all the time because I was fully trained. I mean, I was interior certified, hazmat, everything. I probably told you guys all this before, but I feel like my time for that is over, and I've moved on to new things. But I definitely appreciate everybody that is a firefighter or in the military or even the police officers. I have a lot of no friends that are police officers. I've met a bunch on good circumstances. But I do feel like I have some friends in the warden service now from working at Kenny's Cuts, so that's pretty good. Yes, it did, Kyle. Yes, it did. And I appreciate what you did, Kyle. Thank you for your donation to my channel, bud. Every little bit helps, man. I'm not even kidding. Like, there's so much I want to do with this channel, but like I've always said, and I hate it because people always think I'm begging for money or whatever, but I've paid for almost everything I've ever done with this channel. You can ask my mother, you can ask my son. I've paid for almost everything, all those trips I take metal detecting everywhere I go, everything I've bought, and it wasn't with money from YouTube. YouTube's probably bought me some beer. Like, I don't make $1 million off of YouTube, just so everybody knows. DF said military should have taken his guns for threatening a National Guard base. I agree with that. Bill said after getting out of the military, it helped fill the void. That's that's great, Bill. Like, I like that. You got out and you needed something to still feel proud about, and so you joined the volunteer fire department. Thank you, man. I really love that. And Kyle said, need to keep up the hard work, man. Love the videos. I appreciate it, buddy. Like, I haven't stopped yet. Some people have told me I post too much and this and that, but like I said, I'm outdoors with Aaron, and I will always do my channel the way I want to do it, and I don't follow the trends. Sometimes I try to post a video because I see a lot of people doing that, but it really never gets me anywhere. What gets me somewhere is when I do what I'm doing right now. I just do what I want to do, and people love it. And I appreciate everybody. Yeah, you have to, with YouTube, you have to make at least $100 before they'll pay out. I can be honest, like, I haven't got paid recently. Like, during ice fishing season, I do usually get paid like on a monthly thing because people love the ice fishing, they watch the videos and all that. But like, the most I've ever made in a month was like $150. So, but most times it carries over 2 or 3 months, and then I'll get paid by YouTube. So anybody who thinks you're just gonna start a YouTube channel and get big and famous, well, some people do, but it's like winning the lottery. But you gotta work for it. You gotta post stuff. You gotta keep up with people. You gotta contact new people. You gotta talk to people. You gotta make videos. You gotta try to. Yeah, it's a crazy game, but I've kind of gotten used to it. It's like an everyday thing for me. Yeah, up north, Saturday digs is tomorrow night. I keep forgetting what that is, and I keep saying main Saturday digs, which is still is, but it ain't at the same time. Looking forward to future videos. And there's going to be plenty of them, Kyle. Nicholas loves the videos in Plymouth. Go check his channel out. Nick's Outdoors has some great videos too. I try to get him to post all the time. Also, my sister has a channel. I don't know if she's actually out hunting again or not, but I think she's been posting stuff. I saw some stuff when I was on YouTube, so I posted it. It's pretty cool. I think I only posted Maine Saturday digs for mine, but I can go add the other one. But yeah, guys, tomorrow night at 6:13, I think mine starts. DF said, I'm hitting a spot tomorrow on the river's edge. People have found arrowheads there in the past. A friend gave me permission. That is pretty sweet, DF. I wish I could go with you, but you know what I'm doing tomorrow. For sure, for sure. Yes, dear. I just keep going, you know, I don't give up. Like, there's been times where, like, you know, I mean, honestly, today, like, I posted that video about Plymouth, and I figured that was going to get some views, and it really hasn't got many views, and I'm like, why? I mean, like, we stood up for ourselves and our metal detecting rights, and didn't let the town of Plymouth tell us we couldn't because they don't know what they're talking about, but we didn't get very many views. Yeah, I have never found an arrowhead as many places as I've been. And I was told that there's Indian artifacts in Plymouth, but I was also told that you're not allowed to take Indian artifacts in the state of Maine. I don't know. I don't look too much into it, so I don't know the truth behind that. But I usually don't, I'm not looking, so that's probably why I haven't found any. Bill said, I definitely ice fish any chance I get. Have a pretty good setup. You're welcome anytime. Like I told you before, bud, like I got some pretty good stuff. Kenny's got some pretty good setups. We got snowmobiles. We'd be more than happy to come down and do some fishing with you, and I'll even make a video. Show people what us Mainers are about. DF said, right across from Brown Mills Park, big field that fenced in property right across the river. And I think that's Cam Beer said, keep trying, eventually you will reach your goal. Hell yeah, buddy. Like I said, I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter at all. And actually, things have been pretty great lately. I feel like my lives have gotten better. Like, people are viewing and enjoying it tonight. It is what it is. Chris Perkins says, if you post in the middle of the day, a lot of people are busy, like Plymouth. Yeah, I didn't post the Plymouth video in the middle of the day, Chris. I posted the shorts in the middle of the day, bud. Smoking like a chimney, drinking some beers. So, how many people in this chat are going hunting tomorrow? Well, the funny thing is, Dia, about you saying that Plymouth probably watches the videos, is after all that, during the Plymouth Ice Fishing Derby, when I was there, they had another guy there that does YouTube videos, and he was recording the Derby. Like, I put Outdoors with Aaron on the board. Eventually, they changed that to Aaron Quintel. When I went to post my videos on the Plymouth webpage, I couldn't post my videos. The only way I could post any of my videos is in the comments. Like, I had to go on somebody else's comment and comment and post my video. Then in the newspaper ads for Plymouth, they only posted about the kids that won. They never said a word about the biggest bass that was caught at all. And then they they didn't sponsor, but they pretty much talked about the other guy's videos that was there recording. So, and I'm not talking shit. Maybe that's just a coincidence in the way it worked out. But I feel like because of the whole incident with Plymouth and us metal detecting and all that, I feel like they shafted me. It is what it is. Go back and watch that Plymouth Derby video, guys. That was a great day. That was a 4.14 pound bass that won the Derby. It held all day. We caught that earlier in the morning too, and it held all day long. The next biggest was 2 pounds and something ounces. I don't remember the exact weight, but I was the most excited I've ever been. I went days before and planned for that Derby. It was great. Yeah, it is small town drama, and it's only because the way I feel, like the way I look at it, the way, in my opinion, is that it's all family members. So everybody that's up in the mighty of the town, they're all friends and family. So when it comes to voting time, they all vote for each other, and the family votes for them, and you know what I mean. And the other towns members don't really get a chance, you know. And so that's why we need to get the town of Plymouth citizens to realize what's going on in front of their face. Stand up for themselves, take over their town, and make it a great town like it used to be. Instead of it being one-sided, like you go in and it's almost like sometimes they don't even know what they're talking about. And I gotta, before I freaking say too much. Oh, it's not a twist off, Heron. Yeah, and that's exactly what the word is, DF. Tyrannical. I feel like it's like a mafia. Like I mean, what town? This is my opinion. Would if you're a town citizen and you pay your taxes and you go to your town meetings and all that, what town wants their town to be represented by people in Halloween costumes on their front page of their Facebook? You know what I mean? Like, why would you put pictures of you in a Halloween costume on the front page of your Facebook? Like, I would rather see buildings in town that are historical, the monument with all the World War II veterans and all that stuff on it. The lake. I mean, they got a nice lake in that town. The lake or the fall colors and your sign saying Plymouth or something like that. But instead, you see them having a Halloween party or whatever, and they took pictures of yourself and put it on there. The head selectman, you know, like whatever. I mean, it's not a bad thing to dress up for Halloween and enjoy it and show the town, but represent your town a little bit better. That's all I say. Right, right. More people need to get involved. Oh, me? No, I'm not a political person. Like, no thanks. I don't want that job, Chris. I'm not gonna be mayor. I'll take the key to the city, but I mean the key to the town, but I'm not. No, never gonna be mayor of Plymouth. I just want them to do things right. I have another guy that's in Plymouth, and I guess he was trying to put in a trailer park, and he went down trying to get all permits, do everything correctly, and they wouldn't let him cut any wood on his own property or get permits to do what he was trying to do, and it was a big shit show down there. Yet the other people in the town can do things they want. Yeah, I know, Chris. I know you were kidding. I want to be the king of Outdoors with Aaron. Did I tell you guys that we could probably going to take like, most likely we could fit like at least 60 deer in the cooler. And if people don't mind, we can take their deer with the fur on and everything and lay it on the floor in the cooler, right in front of the AC. And then we can put you in. But I don't know if Kenny's going to do that yet or not. But we really don't want to have to turn people down. But, you know, you can only do so much. You can only do what you're capable of doing. Raphael is only 8. Well, Raphael, this is 18 or older live stream, so you probably should back out. You've been warned. You probably should go watch something more in your age range, bud. Or sister. Catch you later, DF. It was good talking to you. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow night in the chat. Thank you, Bill. Alright, anyways. This has been pretty fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy all of you. So, let's see. What am I going to show you next? We'll see what I got. Bear with me. Just a second. Oh, actually, this will be pretty interesting. It's a cool bottle. Ow! My Poland Springs bottle, the best one I've found so far. It's probably not super rare or nothing, but I think it's awesome. Cool little bottle. I don't know. I don't just make people moderators if I don't know you. And I've never seen you in my streams before. So keep watching the videos and keep watching the live streams, and I'll eventually make you a moderator if you participate. Like Madison, Maine, Bill Lavoy, DF Digger, Mona, Nick's Outdoors. I don't even know if I made him a moderator or not. I must. Let's see. Nick's Outdoors. Where were you? Oh, he's not a moderator. That's my son. But people I know and trust can be moderators. I have some other ones too. I'll go search them up here in a minute or two. But for all of you that don't know, I got done working at the shop. We did 2 moose and a deer. And then I helped my mom butcher her turkeys. We have a, I don't even know what they call it. It's the machine for defeathering. Yardbird defeatherer. You just cut their heads off, let them bleed out. We use a traffic cone. Excuse me. And then you bring them over, you dip them into hot water, and then you maybe almost a minute, but then you throw them into the Yardbird thing. It sprays water on them, it spins, takes all the feathers off. Then I just gotta cut them open, pull the guts out, and then we put them into ice water. Then she puts them into a fridge. They sit in the fridge overnight, and then she does whatever she does with them. Pretty cool process. So you guys want me to go find some more stuff? Some more treasure? I got all through the house here. You might not have ever seen it. My mom puts them in the deep freezer, yeah, but she has dehydrated. I mean, freeze dried them. She makes me all kinds of stuff. Which when I next summer, which I'm gonna start bringing, is she's gonna start making me my own MREs that can just add water, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we raise meat birds. We already did the chickens. We were supposed to do the turkeys sooner, but my mom didn't know that I had time off, and we are supposed to do them not today, but yesterday. And she had fed them, so they have to not be fed for 24 hours. So, yeah, I knew what you meant, buddy. I was just pretty much just throwing it out there, Bill. It's well worth it, man. It's well worth it. I've had so much stuff my mom's made. Like the best thing I think I've had from her freeze drying, Jolly Ranchers. They blow right up into little round balls, and they're so good. Maybe in my next giveaway, I'll give away some freeze dried Jolly Ranchers. I still have that giveaway for mail call for bear claws and a bear pecker. Nobody wants. It's pretty funny. I still can't get over people that just pop into your stream randomly and they're like, "Can I be a moderator?" Like I'm gonna make you a moderator so you can erase everybody that I want to talk to. Yeah, man. I mean, you seem like pretty cool shit, Bill. We'll go ice fishing and stuff together, and I'll get to know you. And then if if you don't already have a machine, or if you have a machine by then, and you need some pointers or whatever, my mom, she's a genius. She's been doing it forever. She actually just bought a bigger machine because her little one was just not big enough for her to do what she's trying to do. And she's tried like I can almost say like every kind of candy that there's out there she's tried. The only thing she couldn't find was those bites of honey. She's been looking for those because she wants to dehydrate them, and I can't find them anywhere either. So if anybody knows where to get those, let me know. You can send me some, and I'll send you back a boatload of stickers or something, and or even pay for them. But I guess I haven't looked online, so probably should do that first. But Tiffany Odell, welcome. My day has been great. We worked hard today. Butchered a bunch of moose and some chickens, and we're talking about deer season and a bunch of other stuff. Oh, Bill freaking zapped you. I guess you weren't meant to be here. Did I miss something, Bill? What's your opinion on the... Holy crap, I don't even know what that word is. I'm a redneck, man. Can you explain that? Maybe I'll give you my opinion. Oh, underage? All right, got it. Thank you, Bill. All right, I'm going to go find some metal detecting finds that I haven't showed you guys. So I'll be right back, 2 seconds.
got boys.
Alright, I'm back. So this little dish here you guys are great. Zap, 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 zap. I'm like, what did I miss? Alright, anyways, this right here I found in Ellsworth. And it was just amazingly, like, it looks like it was like gold inlaid at the bottom. I don't know if it is, but I kept it because it was almost whole. Couldn't find any other pieces of it. It does have a stamp on the bottom. Says VERUS. Portuguese? I don't know if that's anything special, but I just liked it. It looked awesome, so I kept it. And it was probably in one of my videos, but I've never really showed it off. And then there's this. I found this up to the Penobscot with Richie, DF, Seth, Little Seth, Kelly. What's this made of, or what's that made of? I believe it's porcelain. Yeah, it's definitely probably porcelain. Pretty awesome. Over here, I got some stuff too, actually. Actually, 1961 Vacation Land. 1955, this was from Detroit. I have so many license plates. It's not even funny. They're everywhere. 1967. It would be funny if someday I was posting, I was showing these license plates and stuff, and somebody remembered their license plate and was like, that's my plate I lost. That would be so amazing. But anyways, I got some rings here too that I showed on live stream, so we'll show those in a minute. Yeah, I might. I got to go through my plates. See this wall behind me? This is the wall all the plates are going to go on. But I want to make sure I don't have any of the same exact year. You know, and I don't want to take plates from somebody that of the same year. I was going to do it all, find it myself. But I really just want to fill the whole wall with license plates. Maybe the whole room, I don't know. Over here, on this wall, there's going to be, it's like made out, there's windows, and they're all insulated in, but then it was covered with a piece of canvas. And then a shelf was put in. But I want to take that piece of canvas because it's rippled, and I'm going to have my sister paint an American flag on it. It's going to be sweet. She's a really good artist, so I've been waiting for her to be able to do that. But yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. You know, people just gotta bear with me, and I'll go find more and more and more and more and more. As probably Madison, Maine, and DF and all them can say, like when you're into metal detecting, eventually you have so much stuff that sometimes at some points you don't even know what to do with it all. And I moved a couple times in between, so it's all been packed away, and I've been trying to get to this room, but YouTube and everything else, and blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. We'll get to it, folks. We'll get to it. But I appreciate everybody. I say that probably too much, but I'm loving these live streams lately. They're pretty awesome. All right. Here's a ring. My phone is not doing it justice. This was a Newport waterfront ring, right in the grass, right by where everybody swims. One of my little quick hunts, and yeah, I don't ever find coins. Like, I know what numbers they come up as, but whenever I dig that number, it's never a coin. Or if it is, it's a penny or a dime. This is the ring my sister found down there in Detroit. I believe it was 14, but it might have been 18 karat. I can't remember. I gotta stand up so I can use the light so I can see. Hold on just a second. Yep, 14K. She was just walking. She didn't even have a metal detector. And she found that right in Detroit, laying right on the side. Incredible. Same day that we found the powder flask. Which is got shit in it. Probably just dirt, but the world will never know because I'll never open it to find out. She planted it. She definitely did not. My sister, we hardly ever get to go out metal detecting stuff together, but when we do, we find some good stuff. David said, we need to be more selective. And then I realized I can't throw any of it away. I know exactly where you're coming from. I know exactly. I got bottles because I recently just started doing bottle digging. I've done some dump sites and stuff, but I was never too much in tune to the bottles and all that. And but yeah, once I started doing that, I've like, oh, I don't have this one yet. I don't have this one yet. Oh, this one doesn't have too good of a label, but I'll keep it until I get one that's better, and then I'll get rid of that one. And then my mom's like, what are you going to do with all these bottles? I got bottles piled up. I got axe heads piled up. I got like so much stuff piled up. It's hilarious if you ever saw it, you know. It's like Seth. I don't know if any of you saw the video when I was over to Seth, but he's got a ton of stuff over there. I'm like, look, you guys finally get to see Seth's freaking stash pile. Madison said, boxes of bottles here. I bet, brother. You guys, you and Kelly have found a lot of great shit. A lot of great shit. And I really enjoy it. I'm one of those out-of-the-box people, I guess. You know, like, I never try to go metal detecting with anybody to take anybody's spots or to anything like that. I always try to be respectful. I try to, you know, just like the fact that you guys invite me to come and I enjoy that. That's enough for me, you know. Same with Seth. Seth's the same way, you know. Like, I'm just a little bit different in my ways and the way I do things. And sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm trying to record, but I don't want to record your finds if you're going to put it into a video, you know. So I always ask because that's just me. I'm trying to get Seth to do YouTube videos, but I think he's got a lot more going on and doesn't feel like he wants to. Yeah. Kelly is something else, Richie. Kelly, that guy, like, he finds some things, and I'm like, what? Like, how did you find that? But you just, he impresses me. Plus, he tells some pretty good stories, and I love listening to stories. No, I'm not Lady Gaga, Frog. I'm outdoors with Aaron. I have no idea what "ga" means, but you better be careful or you're gonna get zapped. It's gonna be funny. Zippity zippity zap. We don't play that around here. All right, I'll go grab some stuff down in my other treasure room, my first treasure room. I shall return. All right, here's a pile of goodness. I'm back. Don't leave. Isaac A. Hole. Hola! All right. I think a lot of this is from Detroit. Can't be for sure. Just sitting in the river. I'm just talking, chilling, showing off some metal detecting finds that I found, and answering questions about deer season, talking about videos on my channel, whatever it might be that you want to know. I guess I keep leaving that open and people have to keep getting zapped, but you know, that's how this works. I'm liking Bill. He's like, don't mess around or you're gonna go real fast. Anyways, here's another one. Probably nothing too special. These are all just some random stuff. I think this is a bottle topper that got broke up in the river. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I'm doing that too. And as the stream goes on, I get drunker and drunker. Go figure. And I don't normally drink Heineken. And they're pretty good tonight. And I'm not sponsored by Heineken. It's just, I needed something different. This is cool. This is a axe head I found. Still has the wood in it. That's why it's in the house and not with the rest of them. Yeah, I'm that good. I can find glass, plastic. Just depends on the day and how I'm feeling. No, I'm just kidding. I found the glass while I'm metal detecting. This was found in Palmyra. Where I used to live. I think it's just costume jewelry. But it was still pretty cool find. Welcome. Welcome. Everybody's welcome. And then we got some paddle locks, which I'm sure everybody that metal detects has found paddle locks at some point. I found some older ones, but this one is, yeah, pretty worn out. Cool. Found this in Palmyra in the stream. This is a trigger off a toy gun or whatnot. No identification. Pretty cool. And these are just random things that I got laying around the house after my move. Another plate, just a random plate that was in the river that I brought home when I was first starting metal detecting, that I've kept because of that. Most, yes. I like metal detecting in the water better than land. For some reason, I think it's just the way I have my settings on my detector, that I can find better stuff in the water than when I'm on land. And then when I'm on land, I don't change my settings. I just beep, 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 and check every tone. I dig everything when I'm on land. So I find a lot of garbage. This is a Peter Howler tobacco sign, which I did have more of it, and I sold it to Cody, and I forgot this piece. So Cody, if you're watching this, I have the other piece I forgot about until I just went down there and looked through that box. And then this little tiny ring. So I have found a few rings, I guess. Just don't show everything all the time. Dude, I'm telling you, in Maine, it seems like, well, it doesn't seem like, everybody used to put their trash either in the river or beside the river. And eventually, when it got too full, oh, we'll just push it into the river and it'll go downstream. I won't have to deal with it. You know what I mean? They didn't have like garbage trucks driving around back then, picking up your garbage and hauling it off. So, and I almost believe that it's kind of the same in most places, most states. Maybe I'm wrong, but Maine is just one of those places where if you're in the river, you take your time, you're going to find some great shit. Yes. Go watch Richie and DF. DF is the guy that got me started in the rivers. I was detecting and I'm not saying I'm the best at it, because I'm not. Like these guys, Richie and DF have been at it longer than I have. I mean, I've been metal detecting since I was a little kid because my dad did it and stuff like that. But I've learned a lot from Madison and DF, and especially, you know, not putting Madison down, but DF is the one that got me into the river. He's the one that said, "Come up and metal detect with me sometime. The river's where it's at." And so I went up, and I haven't stopped. I haven't turned back since. But Madison, he finds some amazing stuff, and ever since I met him, I've enjoyed every hunt I've ever been on with him. Him and Kelly and DF, and we all get together, and we have little puns and stuff like, what are you going to find? All guys. And I love it. I love it. That's what makes it fun. You'll see it in my videos sometimes. Me and Seth were like, what are you going to find? All kinds. See? All kinds. Oh, and by the way, Richie, I'm glad that your book is doing good. That was awesome, man. I told you over there at Newport Waterfront, I was like, man, that book's got a great cover, a nice Halloween cover, and it's a nice book for kids. If you have a link, you're more than welcome to post that in here, Richie, so that people can check that book out for their kids. Richie has a Halloween book. Why can't I think of the name of it? But it's a oh, I hate that when I put myself on the spot and I can't think of names. Yeah, I've gone quite a ways south. Me and Kenny have gone on trips. Me and Seth. Sometimes we just get in the car. We say, "How much money do we have today? Do we have enough for lunch? Yep. Do we have enough for gas? How much gas can we get? All right, let's just drive until we find a stream, and we'll both get out, look at the stream. There might be something there. We'll go down, try it a little bit. If we don't find anything in the first half hour or so, we'll go look at the other side, or we'll go just look around a little bit more, and then we'll move on. You know what I mean? But that's how we found stuff. You know what I mean? You just don't know unless you go. And that's been a big thing that I always say. You don't know unless you go. Like, get yourself a metal detector. Get yourself whatever you think you need for treasure hunting. Get yourself a bag. You're welcome to come with us anytime. Like, it's just, let's do it. Yes, Scaring with Sasquatch. Yes, thank you. You guys go check that book out. Like, I love the cover. I haven't read the book, but I'm probably going to buy a copy for myself, honestly. But go check that book out. Richie makes some really nice books, and I'm glad to see that finally he has one that's doing really well. Here's a new shirt. What are you talking about, Bill? I'm like Dora the Explorer. Beer time! I got my beer. What's it called? Backpack, backpack. I don't know. I'm done with that. I'm being foolish. Oh, don't know unless you go. Well, now it's stolen. Thanks, Bill. I'm just kidding. Yeah, just like all the Kenny's Cuts gear, the Outdoors with Aaron stuff in my store. If you guys want to see that, go to my About on my channel. You can check out my store. Everything I make from that is going directly back to my YouTube, like to help me do more stuff, help me buy better gear. I'll show you guys this just because I have to. Richie, this is the shooter that I had posted in that picture where I was holding up to the light on my Facebook. It's like completely clear, but it's like a grayish blue. Found that in Brooks. All right, let's show you guys the bayonet. This is a Civil War bayonet. Almost completely, I mean, it is completely intact. It's got a crack right here. Pretty sure it's Civil War. It has a U.S. stamp right there. This was found in a dump site over in Stetson, Maine. Probably the best one I have. I have another one. It's in a box somewhere. I found it in Burnham, and it's way older, way cruder than this one. So, and it's rotted. Yeah, it was sitting with all the iron. So it obviously was in somebody's house or something and then got thrown out. So it didn't have time to just sit in the ground and get rusted and rotted. I mean, it's pretty intact. A little bit of pitting. The tip is a little rough. as you can see. Probably some kid had it, stole it from his dad. He was down there cutting trees with it. You know, pretty cool. I don't want to. That's why they had that shape, Richie. Which you know, because the diamond shape is not fixable. When the set goes through you, you're not fixing that. That they made that diamond shape just for that reason. And that I think eventually they they didn't, it wasn't the Geneva Convention, but maybe it was the Geneva Convention when they said you can't do things like that. But I don't know for sure. But that's why they had that diamond shape, because you can't fix that, like, unless it's somewhere where you can save them somewhat. Catch you later, Madison. I'm going to stream for a little bit longer. So you have a good night. Yeah, I got a few beers left in here. A few more items I'm going to show off. Talk about deer season a little bit more for the people that are just joining. Sometimes they didn't have a choice, Bill. You shoot and your gun doesn't go off and they're coming at you. You know, they didn't have guns like we do today, so they had, you know. Oh, I gotta kick back for a minute. I don't even know what time it is. I'm gonna check the time, so bear with me. 8 o'clock. Come on, get. There we go. Not too bad. Do have to go hunting tomorrow. So, if anybody else is going hunting, I want to say this again. 9 o'clock, Kenny's Cuts will be taking deer. Put it on ice. If you're just going to show up, that's on you. You're more than welcome to, but we would hope you would call. You can get the number off Facebook. You can get the number off my YouTube. Most of the Kenny's Cuts videos start with his sign. So you can see the number, you can see what we do, all that. I hope all the hunters that go out tomorrow are safe. I hope you guys have a great time. If you're going to a hunter's breakfast or you're having a nice breakfast, I hope you enjoy that. That's one of my favorite things about hunting season is breakfast. I don't know what hunter that's from Maine that doesn't like getting up for breakfast and coffee. If you don't, then there's something wrong with you. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you shoot a freaking giant rack. We need to set some records tomorrow. We're not going to let some guy that was crazy and shooting people and all that ruin what we do here in Maine in tradition. So, stand by each other, respect each other, and be human. Human decency rules the world, not unkind people. I can't see. I'm blind. Oh, you sent me hearts. Thank you. I just do what I do. And I got a table full of what everybody else would think was junk. You want to see it? Look at this. All metal detecting finds. All good stuff too, not just junk. But the normal citizen of the United States would think that was junk. And everything's not going to work now. There we go. I can show you guys some of the stuff I showed on my last live stream if you're interested. For the people that didn't see it. This right here. This is a Loyal League belt buckle. This ties into the Underground Railroad and the Emancipation Proclamation with Abraham Lincoln. I found this in the Penobscot River. Right down the road, honestly, from the monument for the Underground Railroad. And I've tried to give it to the state, and they didn't want it. It's pretty cool. Little jewelry box, trinket box. All kinds of good stuff. All kinds. But I do have to get my hunting stuff together and all that. So actually, I should go do that. I appreciate everybody. My next live stream, I'm going to try to do something awesome. So I might post it, I might not. But we'll see you guys next time. I'm going to go take a shower, get cleaned up, get relaxed, get some sleep, get ready for hunting. Me and my son are going to go out tomorrow. I hope everybody, like I said before, has a great time hunting tomorrow. If you're coming to the shop, mention me, or mention to me, I mean, that you've seen my videos, or you came because of Kenny's and because of Outdoors with Aaron, and we'll be happy to see you. I'm going to find my stack of stickers. I'm going to make sure I have those tomorrow. And yeah, have a great day hunting. Stay safe. And we will see you next time. Keep on naturing. Watch for my videos. Watch for my lives. And I appreciate y'all greatly. And Bill said, have a good night. Good luck tomorrow. Looking forward to see how the shop does tomorrow. I'm going to record it all, buddy. I'll be posting shorts all day. I appreciate y'all. Go check out my store. You're not obligated to buy anything, but you might find something in there you want. Maybe a sticker that's like, they're like $1.99. Something like that. Everything's going to help me to make better lives, better everything. I appreciate it. We'll catch you next time. Keep on naturing. Peace.